Welcome to my travel window in today's 5-minute port review. Today we take you to the beautiful Greek island of Rhodes. Rhodes is one of our favorite cruise ports, in part because it's so accessible. It's literally a 5-minute walk from the cruise ship to the streets of the walled medieval section of town. So it's not necessary to take a ship tour to soak up architectural wonders, visit a former palace that's now a museum, or stroll past colorful Mediterranean eateries and shops along the way. One of our favorite pastimes here was to grab a drink al fresco and people watch, soaking up the environment. It's a picture taker's paradise. The port can accommodate many cruise ships at once, so the streets can get crowded in the old town. But one block off this thoroughfare are many sparsely visited side streets, including this delightful back street. I filmed this on the same day as the crowds you just saw. There are a couple places along the route where you can climb to a stone balcony or a ledge along the wall. These become very popular selfie sites. Rhodes is the name for both the island and the port town, and many people spend their day casually exploring the town on foot. But if you're more adventurous, the other main attraction of the island is in the charming town of Lindos with its towering acropolis. The crowds are smaller in Lindos because of its distance from the port, but it's so narrow that it feels even more crowded as you work your way through to get to the trail that leads up to the acropolis. On top of this plateau sits the most famous archaeological site on the island. The 3,000-year-old ruins of a temple to Athena are here, as well as several other historical structures. If you go, plan to take a while to wander the site and soak up all there is to see. For me, I also needed some time to let my heart rate recover. The hike up the hill is steep, but mostly paved and well maintained, and I was among the many 70-year-olds who made the trek. As you can see, the views from the top are spectacular. One of the harbors you can see is named after the Apostle Paul. Islanders say he preached a sermon at this spot. On your way to Lindos, most tours will make several other stops, including this spot overlooking the town of Rhodes with the Turkish coastline in the distance. Our tour guide also pointed out the twin pillars, marking the spots where the legs of the ancient Colossus of Rhodes stood, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. We also made a rest stop at one of the lovely harbors that dot the coastline. Rhodes is awash in centuries of multicultural history, from 3,000-year-old temples to ancient walled landmarks to medieval-style marketplaces to breathtaking vistas, and all in a spectacular year-round seaport climate. There's a lot to like in Rhodes. Come check it out. But the cool part is you don't need to know any of that history. You could just take Rhodes on its own terms and enjoy the day. And we love that. Next time, Ephesus, one of the largest and best maintained archaeological sites in the Mediterranean. Until then, safe travels.